So time for science, week 6, science, but it's May 4th. So May the 4th be with you. I found my chopsticks. I don't know how to put them in my hair quite as cute as our amazing Miss Moochie does, but they're there. So for science this week, we are talking a little bit about the earth, which is great because it makes that connection to what we are reading for a nonfiction reader this week. This is yours. Mine looks like, sorry, I was just double checking and making sure. I actually went ahead and printed mine up so that I can read that to you, and that will be over in the ELA video. And over there as well, we're doing that cross-curricular connection between science and language arts this week, which is fabulous. But we are getting ready to hit the standards under Earth and space science that focus on Earth structures. And we're going to be recognizing that the Earth is made up of rocks and that rocks come in many sizes and shapes. We are also going to describe how small pieces of rock and dead plant and animal parts can be the basis of soil and explain the process by which soil is formed. So those would be the standards that we would be covering with this week and next week. So we're going to do 2 papers today. The first one looks like this, and it's called Helpful or Harmful to the Earth. The second is the Earth Day Scavenger Hunt. Now, for the first one, we are going to want to cut these out and these out, and I'm going to do that and come right back. Okay, so I cut out all the little pieces, and I'm just going to quickly run through them and show you them and tell you what they are. So we have the recycling bin, riding our bicycle, planting seeds, throwing trash in the trash can, creating a compost, and picking up litter. We also have exhaust from a car, an oil spill. This one was questioned this morning in Zoom. Dripping water, leaving the electricity on, smog from a building, and trash outside the trash can. Using those pieces, you are going to glue them into your distance learning notebook. So for example, leaving the trash outside of the trash can, is that helpful to the earth or is that harmful to the earth? I know that's harmful. You could also just go around the outside if you wanted. Let's choose one more that I know is harmful that I'm working on a lot with my family during this quarantine time together, is leaving the electricity on. I'm gonna put that one right there. I just put a little red X on the Band-Aid to show the color, and I drew a heart over here for helpful. Some things that we're also working on with our family is planting seeds. Our potato plants are getting quite tall and starting to flower, which means that they should be ready to harvest in a few months. And we are also really big on recycling, which reminds me to remind you, keep taking off those tabs from the top of your cans like these and collecting them so that we can donate them and support the Ronald McDonald House. So I'm going to put recycling right there. So we're going to just sort these little bits of paper and take a moment to think about maybe the things that we do or the things that maybe we can do better to help our planet. I would have loved to have printed the posters, but I ran out of color ink after Color Bash, and I just haven't been able to get any more yet. So I'm going to show you the posters that I would have printed. Compost, we mentioned it earlier in one of the little pictures. Compost is any organic material that can decompose and be recycled as soil and fertilizer. It's used commonly for gardening. Some of the things that can be composted are coffee grounds, paper napkins, tea bags, crumbs, stale bread, used paper plates, paper egg cartons, toothpicks, cellophane bags, melted ice cream, moldy cheese, pizza crust, nail clippings, envelopes, nail clippings is disgusting, jack-o'-lanterns, feathers, flowers, vegetable peels, toilet paper rolls, pencil shavings. Ooh, we don't need to throw those away anymore. That's good to know. Vegetable peels, I think I said that. Dry cat and dog food, newspapers, dead plants, banana peels, grass, eggshells, fruit, hair, and dryer lint. I'm surprised with dryer lint. I would think that that would not actually decompose. What does decompose mean?
I'm so thankful that Ray was able to reduce the amount of negative energy in the world.
So we're going to go on a scavenger hunt and we're going to reduce, reuse, and recycle. And what are some things that you can reduce? We are going to reduce things like energy. Those are electronics and lights. ETC right there, that stands for etc., which means more of the same thing. So what are some other examples that you can think of that would be examples of energy? The first one that pops to mind is cell phone use. And I can hear the microwave turning off right now. We also have heat and air. Now we're very lucky that we live in a country where most of us do have central air conditioning and also heating systems at our home. But is there a way that we can reduce those a little more? Shower time, water in general, paper consumption, and printed materials. How have the schools been able to do this? Or did we have to print a lot more stuff for our distance learning? What's your opinion on that? Gas. How can we reduce gas? And junk mail. Can we reduce food? Paper towels. We try to not use paper towels too much in our home. I grew up using what we called like a washcloth, a dishcloth, not a washcloth. We use those in the shower though to wash our face. But like a dish rag, and we keep it to keep our hands clean. And then if we have a spill in the home, I will use it to wipe up the spill, and I'll just make sure that I put that one right into the washing machine and take out a new one for our hands to get cleaned on. Purchased goods, clothes, furniture, and etc. Rather than going out and buying everything brand new, can you buy things new? Buy things used? Is that an option? Air pollution, newspaper, plastic bags, and plastic utensils. Now we have had quite a few families who have those first responders, and they are using those plastic utensils and those paper plates right now. And rather than saying anything about that, just thank you so much for your diligence and your hard work at this time, and the fact that you are putting yourself out there and risking your health and the health of your family. We owe it all to you guys, so thanks. Next on the Earth Day scavenger hunt is reuse, and then we see recycle. For reusing, some of the items that we can use, we've got blankets, towels. What is it to reuse? Reusing means that instead of throwing an older item away, something that maybe is still in great condition or even good condition, we give it to someone else instead. I have always been very big on shopping at thrift stores and secondhand stores, and I have always found that I enjoy reused items. Blankets, I've been able to find some great stuff from the 1980s. But towels, fruit and vegetable seeds, paper bags, paper itself, newspaper, office supplies, books. It's been wonderful to see so many of those free book little libraries pop up. I know that we have one in our parking lot at school. I'm always trying to go through my books at home and figure out which ones we no longer read, and then I bring them and put them in and see if there's anything I want to take home with me. Old carpet. I had actually purchased a carpet secondhand for our classroom, cleaned it up, brought it in. Clothes, empty containers, boxes and Tupperwares. You can always reuse those for other things. We recently just took an old empty Tupperware, drilled a bunch of holes into the bottom of it, and as we walk around the house and do our weeding and our gardening, we put it all into that Tupperware. When it rains, if it does, the water falls through the holes that we drilled out, and we just have an easy way to be able to bring that yard waste up to the front of the house. Toilet paper rolls, again, we see another toilet paper roll on there, and that is something that they have so many uses in the classroom. So it's never a bad idea to save your toilet paper rolls and then ask your teacher if she has interest in them, and if not, ask your art teacher, and if not, ask your STEAM teacher. They really do serve a lot of great purposes. Glass containers, perfect for planting seeds, also for doing experiments. Greeting cards, they can be used for lots of things. They can be made into cute little gift boxes, in fact. Stale bread, you can reuse that, and popsicle sticks. And then on here, recycle. And for recycle, it's going to depend on what city you live in. Excuse me. You live on a street in a city. We, unfortunately, in Port Orange do not recycle glass. So we have to just kind of throw our glass away. And that does upset me. I wish that we did. But recycling is to take a material that has been used for a purpose and to make something new out of it again. You can do this with things like glass containers, newspapers, phone books, notebooks, paper, yogurt containers, flattened boxes, wrapping paper, tissue paper, gift bags, paperback books, food boxes, paper bags, magazines, paper towel tubes, egg cartons, shampoo bottles, soda bottles, water bottles, jars, and jugs. But again, you do want to check with your city and make sure that you are only putting the proper materials into your recycling bin. You would hate to have your company come up to pick up your recycling and then find out that they can't take it. So early in the video, I said that we were learning about the Earth and Earth Day to prepare us for a study into rocks. So I figured since we're at home, I could show you my rock collection. This is 14 years worth of travel with my mom and my husband. And these rocks all come from different places all over the United States. I am excited to take them out of my jar and investigate them and identify them with you next week. the Earth is not the only planet that's out there. This up here, that's actually a star that was named for my dad. And earlier we talked about latitude and longitude in our social studies Zoom. And according to this poster, I can go to those certain kind of longitude and latitude places in the sky above our planet and find a star that someone named for my dad. So we are learning about right here on Earth, what our Earth is made of, how we can protect our planet Earth, how we can help it. But remember that there is much more out there, and there's a bigger picture. So I got some work to do for this special day, May 4th. I hope you have a fabulous week and continue to be scientists.